Hello, today we're going to learn about the area of trapezoids. Our learning target today is I can find the area of a trapezoid. Now, I want you to take time. Which one of these is a trapezoid? Is it A, B, or C? Think about it in your head. If you chose B, you chose correctly. This is a trapezoid right here. Why, you say? Trapezoids are a four-sided figure that have exactly one pair of parallel sides. So, the parallel sides we call bases. So, on a trapezoid, there will be two bases. Alright, wherever the parallel sides are, those are called the bases. And just like a triangle and a parallelogram, the height for a trapezoid is the length or the distance between the two bases. It will usually be marked with our 90-degree angle and a dotted line or a dashed line. Sometimes it'll be called the height, sometimes it won't. Okay, so I want you to get out your note-taking device, what we've been using for our notes. Get something to write with, and we're going to add this to our notes. Okay, so we're going to put a number 5 in this bottom corner. And this is going to be called the area of trapezoid. T-R-A-P-E-Z-O-I-D. Okay, you can stop the video and write this down, or you can wait until we're finished. Okay, so I want you to draw a picture of a trapezoid. So we're going to use a short and a long base, and then we're going to put these diagonal lines right next to it. Now remember, we got to figure out what the height is. And the height is a perpendicular line from one base to the other. And we know it's perpendicular because it shows us our 90-degree angle symbol here. And this is a base. Well, remember, we're going to have two bases. And this is a base. Alright, and this is our height right here. So remember, B equals base and H equals height. So much like our area of a triangle, we're going to use this formula. Area equals 1/2. Now we're going to add the distance of both bases together. So I'm going to put that in parentheses. Base plus base. And then we're going to multiply all of that times the height. Another way to write it, though, that might make more sense is like what we did for the triangle. Okay, this is the second way we can write it. The height times the base plus the base divided by 2. Okay, and I'm going to put like a little sub 1 and a sub 2 in here. That's what I forgot. Just to show that these are different bases. Those little things at the bottom. Okay, so go ahead and stop the video and you can write this down on your paper. Okay, now that you have your notes all taken care of, let's do a couple of examples. Alright, we have two different bases, remember. We have base 1 and base 2. Now we know that this is going to be the height because it's the distance between the two bases. And this is going to be base number 1 because it says B1 on it, right here. And this is B2. So now we just have to plug and chug into our formula. So we have the area equals 9 plus 18 divided by 2 times 9. We can do this math. 9 plus 18 is 27. Then we can do this math. 27 divided by 2 gives us 13.5. Now we can multiply that times 9. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps here. We plug and chug. And we have to remember PEMDAS. You do parentheses first. Then you do exponents. Multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, but then we come up with our final answer of 121.5 centimeters squared. The reason why we used the 9 centimeters for the height was because we saw that here is our right angle. So remember, the height is always going to be the perpendicular line from one point to the other. Alright, whatever is bounded between that point and the 90-degree angle will be your height. You want to try another one? Okay, well let's look at the bases. Which is the base? We're going to be a detective here. Look at this. Kind of on its side. So, first of all, we're going to look in. Here is our dotted line. It goes from this corner to this bottom base at a 90-degree angle. So that will be our height for sure. This is our height, 15 meters. Now, what are the bases? Is it 12 and 24? Or is it 17.5 and 15 and 3/10? Well, whatever your height line is connecting is going to be your bases. And if you look closely, you can see that those are your parallel lines. So, somewhere on my scrap paper, base 1, I can say that that's 12, and base 2 is going to be 24. And my height is 15. So now I have all the information that I need to figure out the area of that silly old trapezoid. Alright, and so here is my formula. I'm just going to plug it in there. I'm going to say that the area equals base 1, that's 12, plus base 2, which is 24, divided by 2, and I'm going to put these in parentheses just to remind us that it's multiplication, times 15. So we have to remember PEMDAS. We have to remember that we have to do parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction first. Well, look right here. 12 plus 24. I can add those together first. Even though it's addition, we can just go ahead and put that as our numerator. All right, so 12 plus 24 is 36. Correct? 36 divided by 2 times 15. Now we can remember our PEMDAS. We can divide 36 by 2. We get that in your calculator. That's 18. 18 times 15 . Let's get that in our calculator. Let's see. 18 times 15. I'm going to have to do that. I don't know what it is. 18 times 15 should be 270. So the total area is 270 meters squared. Remember, whenever we have area, our units are always squared. Let's try another one. This time I want you to think about it. We don't see any dotted lines or dashed lines, do we? Oh boy, our clues aren't really there. But we can see that this side and this side are parallel. They never meet. Well, that's the definition of our bases. Okay? So I'm going to say base 1 is the top one. That's going to be 6 centimeters. And base 2 is going to be the bottom side, which is 11. Well, the only other measurement we have is this 4 centimeters. And these arrows show that that's the distance between the two bases. And since that's the only one we have, and since we know that the distance between the two bases is going to be the height, it has to be 4. Now we can plug and chug. Using our area equals base 1, base 1 is 6, plus base 2 is 11. I'm going to divide that by 2, and then I'm going to multiply by the height, which is 4. There. Now you go ahead and do all of this math. You can add your 6 plus 11, and then divide that by 2, and multiply it by 4. And what do you get? You can stop the video and go ahead and do that. Multiplication, division, and everything. You should get 34 centimeters. 6 plus 11 is 17. 17, right? Divided by 2 times 4. 17 divided by 2 is 8.5. 8 and 8, 16, 17, yeah, 8.5, 8.5, that's another name for a half, times 4, there we go, that equals 34 centimeters to the second power or squared. You could have gotten A. Alright, here's one to do on your own. Whoa, look at all that stuff! Oh, you're going to have to do some work here. Let's see. This is going to be base 1. This is going to be your height. How do you figure out base 2? Well, base 2 goes from point D all the way to point C. And we have 2, 14, and 2 marked there. What are you going to have to do? This is all base 2. So stop the video. See if you can get this written down on your paper in the form of your formula. Okay, welcome back. Alright, so you had to add all these together on base 2. 2 plus 14 plus 2. 2 plus 14 plus 2 is 18, right? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is all 18. So now once I put this in my formula, base 1 is 14 plus 18 divided by 2 times the height, which is 12. Once you get this all done, you add the 2 together, divide it by 2, and multiply by 12. You should have gotten A, 192 inches squared. How did you do? Huh? Tell me how you did. I hope you did really well. Okay? Here is trying to find the height. Now we did this the other day with our triangles. We know we have a base 1 and a base 2, and we have the total of the area. So we're just going to plug everything in there, what we know. 66 equals 14 plus 8 divided by 2 times the height. Now we can do all this math. 14 plus 8 divided by 2. 14 plus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22, right? 22 divided by 2, this would be 22 divided by 2 times the height equals 66. We can do this division. 66 equals 11H. Okay, now that's just a one-step equation. I'm going to write this over here. 66 equals 11 times H. So what times 11 do you get 66 for? Well, I don't know. But I'm going to undo my multiplication with division. And I'm going to divide both sides by what is in front of our variable. Because that makes that go away. And H is all by himself. 66 divided by 11 is 6. Looky there, we found out that the height is 6 centimeters. So no matter what you're given in these problems, you can just plug it into the formula and find what else is there. Okay? So today you have an IXL program, IXL teacher suggestion, the area of trapezoids. So spend your whole 30 minutes. Okay, spend your whole 25 minutes on this. See if you can get a ribbon or a trophy. Okay, use scrap paper, use your calculator, and spend time practicing this, because you know what? This is fun stuff. All right? I have a joke for you. A trapezoid is not a dinosaur. Ha ha ha. Doesn't that sound like a dinosaur name? Trapezoid. Well, anyway, have a great day. You can always come back and watch this video whenever you need to. Bye.